Niggas just love him different, that's all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He got bad rap from the people who don't agree.
Yeah.
So that's see how y'all was talking about him. That's the same way I could feel about me.
Well, we say the same thing about you.
Yeah, I feel like how y'all saying
we
that,
say the same
like,
thing. Yeah.
Like that's when I be hearing how people talk. I be like, damn man, y'all just because you sitting here you telling something that a lot of people don't even know. But since they don't know him, they don't get a chance to know him. They don't see this side that you see.
Well, it's the same with you. They don't see the side that we see. That's why I was telling them, home, if y'all go back and watch the video, when he was when you was going back and forth with Say Cheese, it's certain shit you saying that people don't know, but if they knew, they'll see another side of you.
Right.
You know, and then nigga, when you listen in the music, nigga, it's in the music though. It's in the music.
But when he talking now, I think it's making them starting to understand more.
Yeah.
To where now you go back to the music, and it's like, damn,
I get it.
damn, okay, I get it now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you gotta realize he never was pushed with a label. He never was pushed with a deal. He never was pushed like that, right? So right now, it's really like he brand new, but he ain't brand new.
To this
He
generation.
To this generation.
Well, he wasn't
because this generation never got an opportunity to really just be like, I heard the name, but I never really explored the content.
They heard the name because of the way they carry.
He was a street nigga rapping.
Yeah.
He was a street nigga rapping.
Yeah.
He wasn't rapping street.
Yeah.
That's what
See,
Keo
most
said is the key, bro.
they heard the name because the way they carry. Most people ain't have no name that carry past they time. Like that's what a legacy is. You know what I'm saying? So they can't. Right. So
Yeah.
we were talking the other day, and one of the things that everybody throw around that term gatekeeper, they throw around legend, they throw all these, they use that shit so loosely, but when you compare people, let's say in this city, ain't nobody ran out the gate the way he did. Cheap. He ain't have no big homie, he ain't have no deal, he ain't have no label. He was his own big homie, he ran out there with his own paper, so you got to compare apples to apples when you compare people, not apples to oranges because they fruit, you know what I'm saying? Everybody in their own lane did it their own way. The closest one in the city right now, I know the history of the city from nigga shit before when it first started to be some type of rap scene in Dallas. The only one that was close to what he did was Trap.
That's why I'm about to say.
That's the only close
You hit
because
the
he
nail on
had
the
his
head.
own bread
You hit the nail on
and
the
he
head.
had the look. Now the music, that's your opinion.
Yeah, exactly. But
The catalog, that's your opinion, but didn't nobody take them by their hand and walk them in the game. Now, Yellow had Deuce. 3 had Rain. We can go down the list.
Let me say this though.
DSR had George.
Look, this is my opinion on that though, and I agree with you to a certain extent, right? But this where the hiccup come for me, because granted, Freddie B did come in and do his thing the same way, but Yella catapulted. He shot off, and when Yella shot off, he grabbed him and brought him with him. So
It's kind of alley-oop.
Well,
So I'm gonna tell you with Trap. I'm gonna tell you with Trap.
This what happened with that, homie. You got 2 street niggas, right? These niggas street.
Yeah.
Another boy's Freddie street.
Yeah.
Yellow more marketable.
So this what I'm gonna say with Trap.
Yeah, so let's get him.
Yeah,
make
Trap.
him
Yellow had a hit.
Listen,
We can't.
I fuck with Trap.
He had a hit. He had
I
Trap
fuck
and
with-
Design.
I fuck with Trap so much. Listen, me and Trap was the only one who had got a real personal relationship.
Yeah.
Why? Because I identified with him.
Yeah.
So now, what drove me to him was his cockiness, his confidence. Now, a young nigga coming from the hip, like I didn't know him and he didn't know me, but when I called him, hey, little bro, man, come to my birthday party, man, come. Nah, it's cool, cause I already knew of him, like he already knew of me, but I'm impressed by seeing boys move and groove on their own.
Yeah.
Now, if I can hear about you before I even met you, now I call that boy up, I was like, say, little bro, I like what you're doing, nigga. You fly, nigga. I see how you talk, nigga. You carry yourself in a way that I carry myself as a young nigga. So that's why I always, nigga, it's always been love. So yeah, he the one now. He fit he ride
he
the lane.
fit the mold.
He got the pizzazz.
Yeah.
He got the lingo. He can talk. You know what I'm saying? But with him and Yella, that's what it's supposed to do. Yella's supposed to do his partner alley-oop.
Yeah.
That's groovy because check this out. Now we playing team ball and that's what I'm like.
Nah, really.
Behind the pass.
I'm like
square business, huh, man?
I knew the boys before it was any momentum.
Watch this. Most people don't really know. I can't tell you the year. I forgot the motherfucker, but 97.9 the Beat Car Show. Chief on the show. They not. Chief cut his show in half. We get Yellow, Trap, and 3 was supposed to take the front half of his show. 3 didn't make it. Him and Rainwater crossed wires some kind of way. 3 was still in no doubt. But we're down at the convention center. You know what year that was?
2016.
2016.
2016.
And they all went on stage together. A lot of people don't be connecting them dots. We had a photo shoot. We was getting ready to do Eat Greedy Boys. It was going to be a group, supposed to be the super group. Chief, 3, Trap, Yella, Binky out of Waco, Snow, SA out the Grove, and Dip was the DJ. And it was going to be an Eat Greedy Boys project, but that was right at that time. Yella was kind of having this situation with Deuce. He didn't show up to the photo shoot. I still got the pictures. 3 and Trap was still cool. That's before all the shit out in Fort Worth popped off. And it was going to be a real live situation in the city. But
what they don't understand is like, at that time, I'm still 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Yeah.
So Trap will understand this. You know what I'm saying? We have our time. He'll understand it. But at that time, like, man, I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So honestly, it wasn't even on them why the project didn't go through or we didn't get a chance to make it happen. It was solely really all on me.
Yeah.
Just living my life, just trying to, figure things out. And then, they pushed on and I never tripped. It was all love. It was all love. You know what I'm saying? And, it's like I be thinking people be expecting for me to did more than I did. And I'm like, y'all don't know. I gave y'all everything I had. You know what I'm saying? Like what I had to offer was what I had. And it's like, maybe I could have, I guess I wasn't embracive enough of being, hey, come on, little bros, you know what I'm saying? Because I never been a little homie, so I gave it like, nigga, do your thing, nigga. Nigga, stand up. Now stand up on your own. Like, I want to see you get bossed up. I want to see you be, your own big homie. So I never want to play that game. That's why I never even. When
I jumped out in the nonprofit community game, right, and started working in the community, and I started meeting the preachers, I started looking at them niggas fucked up, homie, because they wouldn't show a nigga the way. Man, y'all see I'm down here meeting with these white folk, nigga. So I started resenting them niggas, homie. They didn't know that, so first chance I got, nigga, in front of white folk, yeah, nigga, I clown them niggas. Yeah, I clown all the old preachers, nigga, because I resented them for not grabbing me, nigga, and making me say, come here, son, let me. Yeah, I resented that, nigga. Yeah, nigga, because I feel like, nigga, that's what I'm looking for in this, nigga. Old nigga, they see me out here doing this work, nigga, just leave me out here, just fuck with me, and then boom. So I understand how them young niggas be like, man, fuck that old nigga, man. Yeah, nigga.
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah, nigga, because in their world they became the big homie, even to they big homies, cause they in the spotlight.
Right.
So they needed another nigga in the spotlight to, come here, little homie. Everybody want a big. This generation, they looking for an OG and the big homie. Fact. Why you think Lil Baby be hanging out with the big tall basketball nigga? Everybody, my generation on down, nigga, looking for the big homie. You in this generation, homie, you just was a different kind of nigga.
And that's what they don't understand. That's what they don't understand. And that's what I keep trying to tell.
Well, listen, nigga, daddy don't know. Daddy don't, you don't know until daddy sits you down and say, nigga, hold on, where's mama call? Hello?
You gotta
got T. Joe called, so you know
Yeah.
we can't stop
Stop
that. But that's really what I've been on. I mean, you know, so I get it too, cause I was a young nigga too at a time, but I was just a different kind of young
Nah,
cat.
but you know the difference with these niggas,
Oh, okay.
whoever got the most money, they big homie.
See, that's the generation.
Okay, so
it's the
booyah.
generation.
It ain't they got big homies, they just don't listen to
It's
them.
the generation.
They don't have the money.
Whoever got the bag.
You see what I'm saying?
That's why we be telling say
if-
cheese. If you whatever you post, people, they,
Yeah.
if you like you said, that bitch could be a bold-faced lie.
Yeah.
But since you the biggest blogger,
Listen,
that
man,
shit, they gonna
it's
take
a
it
bunch
on
of big homies out here. They just don't respect them because
Man, that's real.
they ain't got the money that they. So it's hard for
That's
a
fucking.
nigga like Trap and Yella and a bunch of the young niggas with paper to listen to a nigga who ain't got no money because they world revolve around the money.
And that's crazy.
You see what
And
I'm
then you know the
saying?
funny
That's
part about
crazy.
it, the dude might got some money,
Nah,
but
they
then he
don't
ain't put it on
see it.
social media.
Nah, they
They
don't
like,
see it. That's how they.
Yeah,
That's
nah.
how they treated it, man. I used to, cause JJ, my little guy, and my little bro. See, JJ is older than them. So JJ the Prince. So when we used to talk, and you know and when I did communicate with him, and you know, and he'll be over there with him and Trap. He always tell me, man, Trap, my guy, man, we play the game, we gambling, so we always been in cahoots. And you know, I be like, man, tell the bro, I'm get out. He be like, man, you know, them young niggas be like, man, they be like, man, I see you working out. I'm working out on my health shit, just on my mission. Man, you be like, man, you can't just get nowhere working out. You gotta work them pockets out. That's all they respected. Then I'm like, I laughed. This what niggas say like, man, tell Chief you can't do nothing just working out. You gotta come and work these pockets out.
But
And I respect because I used to just respect the money.
but but then I think that's where the game need to change at.
I agree.
See, that's why I think that.
I agree.
See,
See, the young niggas ain't
we
that
caught
bad.
up into the wrong game. I'm gonna give you a prime example. When I watched QC, they didn't show their money. They didn't show money. They just showed what they could do. See what I'm saying? So when we dealing with young niggas and young niggas dealing with, and they dealing with other street niggas, that's what they look for, money. But when you looking for somebody in business, you will never see money.
Well, that's why they.
You will never see it because the resources ain't gonna never show their money.
See the money. See when a nigga got a pile of money like this here, he distracted. He done missed the fine print and the contracts.
Exactly.
He don't know nothing about the YouTube this. So when a nigga got all this money right here, that mean he getting played on. He's cause he gonna be counting too much. He ain't got time to read and find out the business side of nothing. He too busy counting money. So they got him distracted like a motherfucker. Nigga, how do you trap a monkey? Shaka Zulu said. He said with shiny objects. Yeah, that's how you trap the monkey, nigga. So when you get the street, nigga, nigga, when you put all that money, why you think Yo Gotti and everybody come dump all the money out, nigga? Niggas ain't getting checks no more. They getting all their money in cash.
Look, here it is.
Why you think they doing that, nigga? They trapping you.
Yeah, to him.
Yeah, they trapping you.
Give it to
So
him, my
by
boy.
the time you get to where he at, goddamn, man, how I get my Pandora money? Say, man, why I get my YouTube money? Man, I done missed over $1 million in YouTube money. Man, how I get this? Nigga, you been getting the cash. We getting this. We let you get the cash. We getting this.
I'ma fuck you up. I was that guilty young nigga who thought just like that. The cash. See, you gotta understand, I was here before this digital era, so I had a chance to go along with the digital era.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I was eating so much on the streets off of the CDs and just
Off
away
the
from the
cash.
streets. I said, fuck that digital shit. I was like, man, fuck that shit. Everything that's been up right now been fans just like on some, nigga, we been, it was just good dope. Man, my music been so much good dope. That shit just done went on its own. But I was one of them young niggas guilty of the cash, and that was even on the streets. I didn't want nobody to front me nothing. No, I'ma cash you out. What's your ticket? That's what it is, because I wanted to move on my own time. I ain't want nobody calling me, talking about, do you got my paper? Or none of that. So I was on that cash shit real heavy. And now, you know, I'm behind. I'm 10 years behind type shit. Why? Because I was so much on that cash shit. And that's what we really gotta get out of, especially when you coming from the streets, because that's what the streets dictate off of cash. Now, don't get me wrong, it work off of credit too. You know what I'm saying? Because your credibility is everything. You know what I'm saying? If you're a good hustler, if niggas know they can come and get that good shit, whatever they want with you all the time, you go get good credit in the street and you go get all the clients. You go get people willing to give you their money. So it's the same way when a nigga just transitioned over to the real life. So, you know, I just was operating off the cash, but the streets were operating off cash, and that's the odd with us. We deprived of the cash just being black people.
Yeah.
Coming from the ghetto.
Well, listen, I used to wonder, say, man, how is all these young rapping niggas getting all this goddamn money? I know they ain't selling this much goddamn dope.
Scamming.
I said, man, but before they start scamming, them niggas were getting YouTube checks. The Go Yayo, them niggas were getting some fat ass YouTube checks.
They was.
Ooh, them niggas were getting some fat. Just, man, we tell you, I was thinking, man, how they getting this goddamn money? Them YouTube checks, man. Them babies, all the babies were getting them all, man.
They get some fat shit. I ain't never taste. So I ain't never tasted.
That's separate from the streaming of Spotify and all that other shit. Them niggas were getting them monthly YouTube checks like dope money.
Yeah,
This was but when they was beefing. This one, and I'm saying, nigga, we bullshitting. Nigga, that's what I was trying to figure it out. Man, goddamn, I'm over on Facebook arguing and fighting with niggas. Man, I get over there to get there. Nigga, I was trying to figure that shit out. It was a new game.
Put it on YouTube.
It was a new game.
Right.
So nigga, look what they done built, nigga, from nigga, they got away. Ain't nobody on the streets no more with DVDs. They saying, man, I got a video dropping on YouTube.
It evolved.
No, man, they changed the game. So they made it where you don't even need a record label no more. You don't even need a fucking industry. Nigga, go get a booming YouTube. So nigga, everybody playing for this now.
I think that's how the podcast
Hey,
went.
Chief, you got to shout out to He's Leo now. He watching this thing. He just sent me a message. He said you better go monetize your YouTube channel right now.
Oh no, so check this out once again.
Shout out to that boy.
Salute, man, he been right, but check this out once again. You know, shit, I done caught up. I'm catching because I'm around people that, you know, that's stirring the nigga that way. He like, hey, you know, cause I didn't really have nobody. Like, you know, it was like shit. Once I said it wasn't nobody around. Like, nigga, you need to put your shit online, nigga. No, nigga, we would. Hey, Kimfo, man, we need to drop off another 100 packs of such and such. They want some at Big T. They need.
But on top of that, homie, listen. You would never thought you got on Pandora channel with some of the biggest names in the industry play on your shit.
Right? Nah.
Thanks.
He don't got my face on there, but he play all my music. So that's the only reason I'm confused about that too. But no, I didn't know that. I don't even know how that went. You know, people were telling me, no, you know, one of my NFL players, like, nigga, you got a YouTube channel. Then a young lady, a fan, I listen to your stuff on Pandora all the time. I'm like, what you talking about? So I type in Big Chief. I don't see me, so I automatically like, they tripping.
That's how they do the street niggas. Listen, man.
That's it.
They said they put it in the book. You ain't gonna read it.
I just found out, man, I got a website, nigga. I'm doing damn near 10,000 in sales, but it's 19 others mimicking mine.
Yeah, it play all Big Chief music.
Say,
it play all
man, no,
it
man.
play Young Jeezy. It play all the Houston, Texas raps.
Say,
So,
man,
yeah, you know.
I just got monetized on YouTube this year. YouTube paid out over $250,000 in my name last year. Cause I didn't know. I was dumb. I was the dumb nigga. Yeah, I was just on Facebook having fun. Like the street
Everybody else
niggas.
putting up your video.
Like the street niggas selling dope in the streets. Selling the CDs.
Nah, I was guilty of that. And I don't want you young bulls to goddamn me get caught up in that sauce. So get on top of your game. You know what I'm talking about? I just so happen to have so much music that I got enough to come back with.
You can't do both. You can't be in the streets and do rap business.
Nah.
You got to leave one of them.
Right. It ain't gonna add up.
No.
And I'll be the first to tell you because, you know, I was the one who really generated that lane and who created that lane of, you know, riding both of them and putting them both together. And, you know, once again, I knock on wood, I missed that wave. Yeah. And, you know, like, I tell you go crash out. Because as long as you in the streets, you go still formulate that street mentality whenever you doing any business. You know what I'm saying? So no matter if you doing business, you know, on the corporate side, if you still in the streets, you go take some of that shit over there because the streets is where you first start dealing.
Yeah, that residue go be on you.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, with that being said, you know, I can't tell you not to hustle, man. Get your money on. However, you know, I tell you, eat greedy, don't eat out, just don't get caught. You know what I'm talking about? You know, just don't get caught. I'm not gonna steer you that way, but you know, yeah, you ain't gonna be able to do that street shit and that rap shit. Why? It's a whole different time now because now they tell you to, you know, I just so happen to be at a time where social media wasn't going on, so the world didn't see me in the candy painted Bentleys every day. You know, because I would have been just like the young nigga. I ain't showing no money, but you seen this shit. I got a whole DVD out there captured the life, but I didn't have nothing Insta. I didn't have no Instagram the world. You know, when I'm going to Bustin' Fires and me and my guys, the whole team, we going to eat 15, 20 deep. Every time. You know, we going to the Galleria. You know, everybody just moving and grooving. We go. I couldn't show that. And everybody jumping out. Now I got the BMW. My little bro got the little S5 Now we moving and grooving, so I couldn't show that. And it's like, if I could, I probably wouldn't have been here today. Now I probably wouldn't be here today because you know they would have put 2 and 2 together because I was still in the streets. So right now, boys. And it's the show me era, meaning they want to see that shit. You know what I'm saying? They won't, you know, they ain't gonna believe it if they don't see that shit. So it's like
they believe that more than they believe the music.
So you got the street niggas who like, man, I got this shit. This shit a part of my life, but not knowing, hey, you trying to prove and get yourself going this way, but you ain't got your T's crossed and your I's dotted on your other shit, on the street shit, so you compromising yourself.
And that's what's happening.
They get, hey, you done seen so many rappers get caught up. Yeah, so Rollo, I look at that young nigga, Rollo, I'm like, all he doing is, you know, he playing the entertainment game. But he was a street nigga. No, you can't play the entertainment game. And you a street nigga.
Big Meech they tried to exit out that way, homie. They wouldn't let them do it.
I learned the hard way.
Big Meech they tried to exit out that way.
And then don't even get it twisted. It don't even come in the way of always the police. Man, you got a lot of boys dead. Why? Because they still trying to prove this street shit. They been successful on this entertainment shit, but this is a show me era. Once again, you can't talk that shit neither. Because if you talk that shit, we're in the era right now. Everybody's going to check your resume. I'm like, please check mine. Check mine. But this is a game where a lot of the entertainers, they don't got no resume.
But I think that everything is falsified. I'm just saying, like, when it comes down to the industry, when people talk about niggas and their resume, I feel like it's falsified. Because you got to understand something. All thing they looking at is this here. They looking at your necklace, they looking at your watch, and they looking at your ring, right? And then when you show the money, then all you got to do is stop rapping and start talking. So when nowadays you got the rappers, they giving you a look and they starting to talk. Nobody finna go back and check their resume. You might have niggas in the hood be like, that nigga ain't certified, but they ain't got no voice. So it don't mean a motherfucking thing. You see what I'm saying? But now you got everybody in the world looking at you like, that nigga certified.
You see what I'm saying? The money though.
Yeah.
Everybody who got the money,
so they
forget about credibility.
They forget that.
It's just like Whack 100, right? It's some niggas done got on that clubhouse and from Whack neighborhood and said, no, nigga, you a hoe, you this, and they get dismissed because he say, oh, broke ass nigga from the hood hating.
First thing come out their mouth is what?
Them broke ass nigga from the hood hating.
They did Roddy Ricch like that though.
Yeah.
They challenged him on, you know, what is he really crip? First thing he said, nigga, I make $20 million a year. That still don't mean what they saying ain't valid.
But that 20 million made them be like, oh, you sure right, my guy. Come on, let's ride.
So
Right.
So
Like, now,
you see what I'm saying?
made
So
everybody
that's-
say if he did anything wrong, that 20 million. Gonna justify it.
and that's why I
They ain't got
said.
no code
That's
no
why
more.
I said it's.
Ain't no code no
That's why
more.
I said it's different. That's why I said it's different. Like right now, it's different. And that's why with them not having.
I would see something.
Hold on, without them having no morals, no respect, no code, that's why they getting killed. That's why they getting 100 boatload a year. No, they getting rich. No, they getting popular,
But they
man, but
can't
they going to
enjoy it.
jail. They ain't getting no wrong. Why? Because they saying, man, fuck them ethics. Man, fuck them, fuck that credibility. They out here still trying, they out here getting famous, then going to try to get credibility. That don't make no sense to me. I move off logic.
Yeah, I think that we dealing with more. When we dealing with these young niggas nowadays. My opinion is when we dealing with young niggas that don't have no guidance, homie. They don't even have no mother. They don't even have no father, homie. So you dealing with some young niggas now that, my opinion again, the industry know how to how should I say that? They know how to destroy a young nigga. A young nigga that ain't never had nothing, ain't got no guidance. You give him a bunch of money, 90% of the time, he gonna crash. He going to crash.
He ain't got no instructions.
He have no instruction. He have no blueprint. He never had a father figure. A father figure is a blueprint, homie. A true big homie is a blueprint. So when you dealing with a generation to where they sit back and they saying, nigga, they ain't got no father. They ain't got no big homies. They ain't got no real big homies. Let's break that down.
Yeah.
They ain't got no real big homies. See, real big homies get in the game.
Yeah.
They got, now they dealing, what we dealing with nowadays is, we dealing with niggas, quote unquote, OG niggas. They trying to juice the little homies.
Right.
See, and here's the other thing. Just because you old don't make you no OG.
Yeah, that's true. I call them old guys.
Yeah.
Old guys.
So a lot of these old
In the
dudes,
space.
just because they older, they want to demand some respect. So you got that piece. Your resume ain't solid enough for a nigga to even consider you credible.
What makes you OG? Because I'm gonna be real, like.
What
I
he
was,
said.
I was young.
OG give
before I was 30.
opportunity.
Okay.
OG give guidance, right? So some of us had OG. When we out there moving how we moving.
Facts.
Now OG ain't gonna try to control what you do. He just gonna warn you and what you
Facts.
do. Right? He gonna say,
you,
So
man.
I always had,
Thank
I had OGs, but my OG was locked up. They was in,
How
he was
they
in jail.
come?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I had people
But see,
before.
when you remember I told you that
Say however they
when
come.
you
You
became
get
an
it from where
OG.
you get it from.
You became an OG quicker to the music people that you didn't really realize. That's kind of like what they saying. Like,
I think
see,
that-
you got to a level where that's why I'm saying they started recognizing you at when you saying I was in my prime.
So
Like they
like
started looking at you like nigga shit.
Chief was like a young kid who had to grow up too fast.
Exactly.
You know how you got a lot of niggas, shit, they 13, 14, they got to contribute to the household. A kid shouldn't be having to do that shit. When Chief jumped off the porch in this game, he was having to contribute to other shit, other people.
Exactly.
Now, the issue with Chief and a lot of niggas like him, when they got the money, now you got leeches. A nigga, a leech on you and call you OG just to gain some favor.
If that's what I was going, go ahead, keep going, but I'm going to
Now,
piggyback off that.
and then this where it get twisted. They really don't respect you as no OG. They waiting on you to slip.
I'm happy. See, that's what I'm happy you said that.
Yeah.
Because he said so, and I'm happy you catapulted with that, right?
Yeah.
Boy, that's a good game.